Welcome to Glowing Success. My name is Heidi and I am your host. This podcast is for beauty entrepreneurs. Join me weekly as we dive into the beauty industry's ins and outs, from business strategies, top-selling services, and taboo topics. I will be interviewing industry leaders with empowering stories and game-changing insights. Let's illuminate your path to success together. Let's jump into this next episode. Have you ever been afraid that if you change your business in any way, your clients won't come with you? Like if you pivot, raise your prices, move locations, or even close and start a whole different business, that everything you built just disappears. I know that that's true for a lot of us, and I have, and honestly, I'm living that question right now in real time. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I think every service-based business needs to hear, right? How to build a client base that is so loyal, so connected to you, that they follow you through change. Not because they have to, but because they want to. So let's get into this, okay? Let's dive into how and why and all the things. I want you to understand that loyalty is built before you ever actually need it, okay? And if you're doing the things that I'm going to go through, that's why. So this is what most people get wrong, and this is what I see anyway. They think loyalty is something you earn at the moment of change. Right? If you just communicate the right way, do your marketing the right way, when something big happens, your clients will stick around. But loyalty doesn't work like that, okay? It's not built in that moment. It's built in every single interaction before that moment ever comes. So that's why for me, if you're going to be making a change with something, I suggest you do a build-up. I suggest you talk about it, okay? Think about your favorite service providers. So think about who you go to in your life. So your hairstylist, your chiropractor, your massage therapist, whoever you regularly go to, you're not loyal to them because of what they said when something changed, right? You're loyal because of how they make you feel every single time you walk through that door, every single time you go to an appointment, right? Every single appointment you have with them, it builds that loyalty. It builds that trust. It builds that relationship. And that's what we're building. So not the actual transaction of it all, a relationship. And those relationships will actually travel with you, okay? But there's a few things that you need to keep in mind and keep on doing along the way. And one of them is, I truly believe that transparency is your greatest retention tool, okay? Every time that I have been very transparent with my clients in any of my businesses, I'm going to start my third business soon, and I've been a business owner for 15 years. I am very transparent about it. I bring them along on the journey, but your clients can actually handle change. Okay, so people can handle change. What they cannot handle is being surprised. So when you're upfront with people and, people especially that you have been building that relationship and building that trust with, when you give them enough runway, when you treat them like actual adults who deserve the truth about something, they respect you more. They're going to be brought along in that journey. Let me give you a personal example of this. I am in the process of transitioning businesses. So I will be closing my spa, continuing my coaching business, and starting a new business with my iridology. And one of the first things that I am committed to is making sure my clients are taken care of. So my spa clients, some of them have been coming to me for 15 years. I am putting together a curated list of trusted providers that offer those same exact services that they've been coming to me for. And, then nobody's going to feel abandoned. So I am not only being transparent about some of these transitions, I'm going to give them that runway. So I'm going to give them that set amount of time, say, hey, I will be closing this business in this much time, or I will be doing this. I'm being very honest with you. That kind of integrity is what people remember about you, and it's what people are going to probably talk about you with. They're going to be saying, wow, I'm so glad she was upfront and honest. I'm so glad she was bringing me along in that journey. I'm so happy for her. I'm so, all the things. Okay, so how does this transition look if you want to do it gracefully? Okay. If you want to do that. So the transition obviously needs that transparency, but you need to give them time. And so that transparency and time are the really two things I want you to focus on. But the time piece is what's going to be the graceful part about it. I think that to me is sometimes hard, because when we want to transition into something else in our lives, whether it be new service, new business, new location, or what have you, we're so excited about that new thing that's coming that we kind of forget, like, okay, I need to give these people time to absorb this. I need to give these people time to ask questions, feel okay about what's happening, about what's coming, and things like that. So there's a couple things. So I want you to give them time. So that's going to help with giving that client some awareness, right? And then I want you to give them that feeling that you thought about them through this process. So me giving my clients the notification of this is when I'm going to close. And then the second thing of saying, hey, I still want you to have a really great service with this. These are the service providers I suggest you going to. This is where they're located. I'm going to give them a full PDF of that. So because I value them, I'm thinking about them. And the third thing I want you to think about is staying present. So after you're, talking about these things, after you're doing all of these actions, I just don't want you to ghost those people. I want you to stay with them, keep them updated with emails, keep them updated however you like to communicate with your clients. Keep them updated on new things that you're learning or doing. Or, I always tell people, if you're moving into a new location and you're closing your first location or whatever, show them the behind the scenes, right? Bring them through painting those walls, or show them new products you're buying, or show them your new business. For me, I'm starting an iridology business. It's a little bit different than my spa, right? But arguably, I have a lot of clients that are interested. So I'm going to start bringing them along on that journey. Okay. So I just want you to know, change is not the enemy of a loyal client or loyalty. It's the disconnection. Okay. So if you're showing up consistently, leading with transparency, and caring for your client in a really genuine way, people will follow you. People will go through those pivots. People will go through those closings, those new beginnings, and all the things that include in your change. So I want to hear from you this week. What is one way you have built loyalty with your clients? Messaging me on Instagram, messaging me on TikTok, wherever you have found me, and sending me a little note or a DM in, wherever you can. I read everything, but I'm curious to know, how have you built loyalty with your clients? All right. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, I'd love for you to leave a review. It really helps more people find the show. And if you know someone who'd also enjoy it, share it with them or tag me on Instagram so I can thank you. New episodes come out every week, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss one. See you next time.